so much Baldur's Gate. I can't wait to talk about it. I can't
You
wait.
and the rest of the internet.
Dude, it's like I'm not even good at it, but like it's fun.
That's how you know a game is good.
Yeah. I can't tell you how many times I had to reset myself because I like fucked something up and like my whole party died. So like I forget what day it was, but I was playing one night and I kept dying at this one spot. And there's you can obviously make it through, right? Like it's an obvious thing. Yes, if you can do it, that means you can do it. Bada bing, bada boom, right?
Mm-hmm.
But since I'm such a low level,
Right.
my rolls and my attacks aren't really hitting as hard or hitting in the first place. So I'll just die. But then other runs, I'll like almost make it through because it's like, you know, it's different every time. It's using like a D20 system. So it's like, oh, I want to attack this person, roll a D20. Did you do it? You had a 60% chance.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit that 40% a lot. So I miss
Right.
a lot of my shots that I take. And I just die. But then sometimes I don't. But I kind of got
And
it down
you
to
live for that sometimes.
sometimes, but I had to literally message Pib Extra. Like I DM'd him. I'm like, hey, I know you also downloaded this. Please save your game almost every fucking 10 minutes. Because there are so many choices that happen like this.
Mm-hmm.
And all of them seem to matter because they're changing where I'm heading in the story. So I'm like, just make sure you fucking save. Because if you make a choice you didn't like, you got to go back to that and change that up.
Right.
Because it's good.
Sounds like it.
What's up, CLD in the chat? How you doing?
CLD in the chat.
Yeah, just talking a little bit of Baldur's Gate before I fucking exploded love all over it in the what we played this week section. Because it's so good, it's so fun. What you been up to? I've been bouldering.
I have been. The kid is teething, so he's been miserable all week. So I've been kind of all hands on deck in the house.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time I've been down here this week.
Shit.
It's been that kind of week. But
Really?
other than that, same old shit. I mean, Coke Zero, huh? Is that what that is?
So, man.
That's what you're drinking, right? Of course, that's what. Don't answer.
That's the only thing I drink. It's that and water. That's the two things. And chocolate milk.
For white people, it's the same thing. That's y'all.
True, but here's the thing. I'm not drinking it because I'm white. I'm drinking it because it's a 0-calorie beverage, and I don't drink my calories.
You were drinking that before when you were drinking a calorie.
Shh. We're not talking about that. That's the before times when I was like, Taco Bell, whole menu, let's go. Now I'm Taco Bell, a quesadilla.
I looked back at that because one of my homie Neto, who was on here that night, he's like, hey, you heard of the GS5? You put that in like a Facebook status. And I linked our TikTok where we talked about it. And I looked at that and I was like, man, we were loving life.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't want to say it's easy. It's not fucking easy. But it's also it's so simple that it's easy, if that makes sense. Like I eat 3 fucking things and I just change the seasonings and the sauces and it's like I'm having a million different things. But I'm also like losing weight and it's fucking working. It's for the first time I'm like, oh shit's going down. Progress. Literally. So that's pretty cool. I did fucking knock myself in the nose this week at the gym doing skull crushers. So that wasn't fun with the yeah, because like you're laying flat on your back and you got an easy bar like the one that looks like Wario's mustache. Of course. And then you bring that back to your head as well as skull crusher, so it goes there. So I brought it back and I always like tap it to the tip of my nose to know that I've gone like deep enough because you know you got to get that deep pump. So I got there.
Ladies.
and my wrists gave out because I normally keep them straight. So my wrist just went slightly farther back on one rep and just went like right on the bridge of my nose, and I was like, for like a solid 10 minutes, like any workout I was doing, I was just making this face. So like, so you can. It's almost like when you describe it, you can feel it again. You know what I'm saying? Like
somebody
it's such
saw
a specific pain.
Somebody saw you making that face, like, man, he's getting a good workout in, and you're just
honestly,
like, my nose.
It's a pretty good pump, but yeah, it's been a time to say the least. I have a problem. I'm gonna bring this bad take here because I posted it in the other Discord that we're in the bad take section, and I think that this also applies for gym and in real life. You remember back in COVID times when there was like that hour or two that old people or like immunodeficient people would get to like shop and like go outside in public. Remember that?
Yeah.
I think we should reinstate that, but make it like 3-4 hours. And it's exclusively for when old people are allowed to be outside. And it's during like the morning, and old people after that, you have to either be with a family member that's under the age of 50, or else Jesus Christ, stay in your goddamn house because you are in the way.
Okay, what brings you to this?
So, fucking the checkout line at Walmart. The self-checkout lane. You go to Walmart, and you go to the self-checkout lane, tell me what's in your basket. Or even if do you even have a basket most times when you go to the self-checkout, do you?
It depends on what I'm getting.
How many items you got in self-checkout?
If I'm in self-checkout, I probably got like max, like 5-6 things. Max.
Cool. Great. Agreed. I went at 2 p.m.
Oh, your
on
magic
a Wednesday.
hour.
My magic hour. Right before the gym, I hit the Walmart because I need to get 3 things. I need to get fat-free Fairlay. I needed to get some motherfucking beef. And I needed to get some motherfucking, I think it was sauce. No, it was Greek yogurt.
Sauce.
Those are the 3 things I had. That's it. I didn't even have a cart. I was just fucking baby birding this in my, like, holding it to my tits, tight as hell. Right. And I go to the self-checkout lane, and that line wraps all around all the promotional items of all the shit that I can't eat anymore because there's too much sugar in it. And I look to my right to like all of the, registers. Every single one is inhabited by an old person that is visibly old.
It's their time.
Yeah. And a full fucking cart of groceries. Completely full. I don't know. Here's the thing. They're the boomers, so they're rich, and the grocery prices don't matter to them because apparently that's a thing. But fucking, I'm over here with my like $50 worth of items, which is only 3 things because groceries prices. And fucking, I'm just watching this woman scan each item, put it back in her cart, then take the bags that she brought with her and start packing the stuff in the cart after she finished in front of the machine still.
Okay.
So old people, they just need their own designated time, and then they're never allowed to come out in public again unless with family or on a leash, one of the two. Because they're dangerous.
We'll see. That's gonna cause some. Well, obviously they're not gonna like that, but
who cares?
I think
they're not long for this world.
You say that until you hit like 60, and you want to go do out in the world and do something.
Here's the thing, though. I'm 60. And if I already feel like I'm in the way whenever I'm out, even if I'm not in the way at all. If when I'm 60, I'm gonna know when I'm in the way, and I'm just taking up people's time and making it convenient for them, and I hate that.
I don't think older people think they're in the way, because if at that point they're probably living life like, I can do anything I want. I've earned this.
Sure. But they are in the way, and they need to move.
Not to other old people, they're not. And if they're the ones occupying it more than the latter, then technically you're in the way.
Here's the thing, though. They just need their own time. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Just give them a designated time where it's like, these 4 hours of the day, Most people are at work, you know.
No, yeah, but you took the words out of my mouth.
People.
You're supposed to be at work. It is their time.
But I'm saying like from like 8 a.m. to 12. That's their time. That's because old people already wake up way too early for no fucking reason, as if like there's a reason to wake up that early.
They gotta seize the day, man.
Seize it in the 4 hours that you get government approved now, because they're and then in the gym. Ooh, it's been even worse in the gym, bro.
You got old people in your gym, like really in there?
So many old people in there, and here's the thing. I'm all for them trying to like stay fit and active, right? And there are the ones that are doing that, and they make their own spaces, and they're good, right? Those are the good old folk, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the ones that just sit on machines and sit there the whole time and don't even work out. Every single time it's the machine I want.
Every single... hold on. Yes, Trent. What's up? Fine, man. Go ahead. Close the door. Sorry. The entire time, the latter half of what you were saying, he had said daddy like 5 times. I'm just like, you know I'm recording this.
Well, it's because you're home now. Now you have to be bothered. That's the way it works.
It is the way it works.
Did you do that back in the day when you were a kid with your dad? Like when he got home from work, be like, yo, what's up? Here's everything I did today. Here's my PowerPoint presentation.
Did I do that? Maybe. I don't remember. I might have. I'm sure there were times. I'm sure there were times where either one of my parents was just like, in their mind was like, get the fuck out of my face.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then
more often than not. And
then I started especially when I started gaming, it was just like, well, I'll be in the basement until I have to come up. And I was just playing games and watching cartoons all day.
True. I miss those days. Back then, old people weren't in the way.
Well, all right, back to that. What about, because now I feel like every old person isn't that kind of old person.
It's true. It's the same situation with driving, I believe, in my mind. It's kind of like a driver's test where it's like, should you still be allowed to operate a motor vehicle? Because a lot of the old people that I know
is a different argument.
But here's the thing. I think that should encapsulate more than just driving. It should be like an old person Olympics test type thing. Like, what's the thing that you do in PE? What's like the fucking standard equivalent, whatever, where you do like the push-ups and the sit? Do that.
Run the laps people, and all that shit.
But it's just simple shit for them. It's like, okay, here's a cart of groceries. Make a decision. Are you going to the fucking checkout lady and waiting for your turn, or are you going to self-checkout and doing this entire cart by yourself? And then if they do that, then you got to grade how fast they go. Because it's like, you don't have to be too fast, but you got to be at least like at a normal pace. And if not, and you fail, your driver's license says, get the fuck out of the grocery stores by 12. God damn it.
You know why they'll never do any of this? Is because
they won't ever, but
old people put way too much money into everything and the economy, and they fuel too much shit.
Yeah. So they have nothing better to do except for be in the way. I get it. It's just how they are. All
right, so when you're like, bruh, when you're get to the point where you're not an active older person, because like we said, you can get to it. You can be 60 but still be like with it. So let's say you get to the point where you're like genuinely slowing down, and then someone your age now is like, yo, get the fuck out the way, old man. You're gonna look at him like, bitch, like
I ain't ever gonna be in the way like that because I'm so hyper aware of how people perceive me.
Listen, you're speaking from your age now.
No, it's always been this way.
Yeah, it's always been this way up to now. You're gonna get old. I don't care. You don't gotta go far. You could walk out the front door and some kid is coming up, just walking up the street, and you just happen to be slightly in the way. They would get the fuck
then that kid's an asshole. Then that's just
and that's what they think. If you were to see saying these,
but listen, I'm not an asshole because here's the thing: they're choosing the wrong choices.
I'm not an asshole because I'm saying it.
No, it's because I'm not targeting all old people. I'm targeting the ones that are choosing to be idiots. You know,
they don't feel like they're idiots. That's my only point. I'm not saying. I'm not even saying I disagree. I'm just saying I know. This is just the devil's advocate argument.
Yeah.
They don't think they're idiots.
Well, here's the thing. That's sad, and that's why we need to institute the old people law, because they don't think they're idiots. If you take a full cart to the checkout lane, you're insane. And then if you just, especially if you're like I saw a dude fucking shaking, doing one item at a time, man. Like, go to they're empty lanes.
I thought there was a limit on the self-check. I guess not at Walmart, right?
There is. It says it on the sign, and they still do it. I don't get it. It's just like they don't think it matters to them.
You work at a very, you work. You shop at a very polite Walmart.
Yeah.
Because they could easily be like, get out of this line.
They should. I think maybe that's what needs that. We need reform in Walmart checkout lines, as opposed to just reform of old people that are not operating the correct way. That's what we got out of this discussion. Yeah,
true. We reached a solution, but I think but then Walmart workers don't give a fuck anyway. They just like, and that's
the thing. I don't want to ask them to do that, because then they're gonna get some bullshit. But I just need these old fucking stupid people, just the stupid old ones, to fucking get their head out their ass and out of the way. Because I don't know, it just pisses me off.
Have you ever noticed the difference between asking a Walmart employee something or asking a Target employee something?
You
don't talk to people. Yeah, I know what you're gonna say. You don't speak to them. You're not going to talk to them because
I figure it the fuck out myself. That's what happens.
You're a scared human. You don't want to speak to people in the world.
I don't like talking to people that I don't know. It's a
You're
curse.
A grown man.
That doesn't mean I have to like talking to people.
I didn't say anything about liking. I'm just saying you gotta be willing to speak to a person.
Listen, I'm willing to if it's like an emergency situation, but if I'm just casually going to a Walmart and I'm like, oops, I can't find my item, I'm not asking a single fucking soul.
Very true. CLD says apps tell you where stuff is. I'm not saying that's not true. It doesn't even have to be about the store anymore. But I think people should speak to people when they need to speak to people. And not to say you have to like it, but you have to be okay with doing it if it must be done.
Yeah, it's fine. I just hate it the whole time that it's happening.
They're just a person, yo.
I just don't want to be bothering them at all, because they already don't want to be there.
Job.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the thing. I look at it from the point of view of a retail person who worked in retail. I hated when anyone asked me where something was.
That sucks for you. You worked there. Well,
exactly. And that's the thing. So I know how they feel. And I'm not trying to impede and make it worse for them by being like, hey there.
But you're
do
just
you
saying,
happen to have this Ninja Turtle behind the desk? You know?
Oh, no. Those people are assholes. I'm just saying, like, where is this in your store located? Maybe I don't feel like getting on here and going to the thing and then finding the app.
Yeah, that's fine.
If the person's standing right here.
So if it's a Target person, honestly, I don't think that it depends as well, because it depends what kind of Target you're at. There's normally like a Target with like all adults running it, and then there's a Target that feels like it's being run by a high school. Like an entire student body of high school students.
Yeah.
And those ones I do not talk to at all, because I'm like, you don't know where anything is, dude. You're high. Like, there's no way you're not high at work right now.
Yo,
they need to be an adult, like an adult. Like,
I was in Target recently, and I was trying to find something cool for Brendan to eat, because his gums are bothering him. So I got him like applesauce or some shit, right? I'm like, all right. And I couldn't find it. It wasn't in like the place you would think it is in Target. It was like further down a couple aisles. So I was like, at first I was looking and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I saw somebody like stocking the shelf. I'm like, yo, can you tell me where the applesauce is? Like, oh, it's in aisle FG, whatever the fuck that aisle is. and
yeah,
I went over and got it. Now, initially, I was just going up and down the aisles, and I was mad at myself. I was like, why not just fucking ask this guy who works here, who's standing right here?
true. That is true.
As someone who recently worked at Target, I promise you, I don't give a fuck. I do not give a fuck if you hate it. It's your job. You're there. I don't work there. It's not my problem.
I was right.
So I didn't say you were wrong. But that's not my problem. You're
That's
here.
just my thing.
And I'm gonna ask you where shit is if I have a question.
I agree to a certain degree. I feel like it's crazy because then you go to Walmart, man. And the thing with Walmart, Target's a little bit different because Target, like, I don't like their app. No offense, CLD, to your app developing team. But they suck. It's worse. I go on the Walmart app and I want to find something. I got it like this. I'm never asking a person in Walmart where something is because they just do the same thing that I would have done. And they would just look at their phone that they got because all of them got a phone now. You know?
And like, I didn't have a plan. Like I wasn't going in there like I'm getting this because then I would have did it all myself where I would have just set it up for pickup and just picked it up. Yeah. I was already in there and then I just happened to be looking for something. But the dude is standing, like, if there's a guy standing right here, and like, it would take me less time to be like, hey, where's that? Where is that? Than to me to be like, okay, let me go to the app, then find the location, look up the applesauce, find the location. By that time I'm there, I'm in checkout already.
Not really. Their lines are longer than Walmart sometimes. But I was there pretty late, so I just walked right into the self-checkout thing and checked it out. Yeah. Well,
I do use the app. If I'm right there, I'm not using the app.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I'm more likely to ask someone in Target than I am in Walmart.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot what the original question was. Yeah. But yes, same.
That's 100% the thing. Like, I'm going to use the app a majority of the time. But if for some reason I'm feeling brave that day, I'm gonna go against a conversation with another human being I don't know. Target's the only place I'm doing it.
I was only gonna, like, I'll do it anywhere, but at the same time, like, I just know the visible difference because, like, I'll ask that Target guy and he'll be like, "Oh, it's an aisle, whatever. Cool, done." I've noticed because Walmart employees are so disgruntled. Like if you ask a Walmart person something, like, "Hey, where do you keep they're always just like, they're thinking, and they had this visible like, what the fuck? I don't even feel like being here now. I got to answer this guy's question face. But even in that moment where I could be like, "Don't worry about it. I'll look it up. I'll just wait." Like, oh well.
Well, you're gonna sigh at me now. Fuck you.
Yeah, bitch. Now work.
Yeah. I feel this though. My least favorite thing with Walmart though, asking people, was the spray paint section. The fact that they keep that behind like a glass door, and there's this little button thing that you push. That thing don't work. It doesn't work at all. And I remember one day I was like, you know what? I'm gonna test this. I had nothing else to do, and I just stood there and I hit the button. I waited for 45 minutes.
All right.
I was just scrolling on TikTok, so I was like, I got nothing to do today. Like, it was one of those nothing days. And then some person asked me if I needed help, and I'm like, yeah, I pushed the spray paint button and nothing. And they're like, oh yeah, that doesn't work at all. You have to come and find us. I'm like,
then why is the button here?
Take the button down or put a sign on it. Even better, right next to 3 aisles down, post-it notes. Go fucking put them on here. And I don't know. It's bad.
I would have loved if you said that to him.
I wouldn't do that because that I'm not going to do it to a worker. That's just some random guy.
All right, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't do that either.
If I got to like talk to John Walmart
for this story purpose, I would have loved to hear the outcome of that. Is what I meant.
The motherfucker would have slapped me right in the face.
Oh no! Then it's fucking Chris Mart if he slaps you in the face. Then you could become fucking become Karen at that point. Karen King.
Film me all you want. I'm filming you too.
It's just slapped. This man.
Oh man.
I don't know why your voice becomes that, but yeah.
Just how it happens. I think it's time to start the main show because it's 9 o'clock and we've already been going for 30 talking about Walmart.
It's the longest intro we had in a while.
Yeah. I mean, that's just kind of what happens when we don't talk a lot, to be fair. Yeah. We just like blurt shit out and it just goes for
needs to
way
happen
too long.
that way. Yeah.
Yeah. But, intro.
Yeah.
It's me this week. So level up, gamers, and welcome back to another episode of the Save Before Quitting podcast.
That was our studio audience.
I should get that as like a sound effect. I don't know if I mentioned this prior, but I have a soundboard now that's connected to voice mod, and I have things that are really good like this. There's that, and maybe I'll use a couple others throughout the podcast, and we'll see what happens.
Sounds good to me.
Anyway, you guys can follow us on all social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. At Save the Letter B Before Quitting. Mm-hmm. You can also go over to our Discord. I'm out of order today. I feel like I haven't recorded this thing in like 3 years for some reason. Join our Discord. Links down below or in the chat if you're live in person and living color. We also have an email, savebeforequitting, fully spelled out, @gmail.com, where you can send us an email. Your thoughts, questions, concerns, all that jazz.